Hello, 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 brothers and sisters. Peace be upon you all. I pray you're all doing well. It's a beautiful thing to be free. Today, we're going to talk about binging. Binging off. Man, you all know about binging. Why do we do it? That's what we're going to get into today.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey.
Man, so binging. What is the reason why we binge? It's like, all right, you relapsed. You relapsed, okay? You made a mistake. You made that decision. You went back on your word, on your commitment, and now you're back on day zero. But why do we hang out on day zero? Why do we continue? Why do we go for a second round, a third round, another session? Why do we load up all the browser tabs and everything? Download all the videos. Oh, okay, go back to those sexual stories, the fantasy, and everything. Why do we hang around on day zero? Why do we go back to back, all this chaser effect nonsense and stuff before we get back on track on our streaks? Why do we do it? Man, so one of the main issues that keeps us in addiction, perhaps the main issue, is that we're doing this from a fear-based mindset. We're afraid of all of the negative consequences of addictions. Like, for the guys, really big one is erectile dysfunction. My penis is not working like it's supposed to anymore. It's not doing the job. Keeps messing up. I have a girl here and it's not working, so I gotta quit this porn thing. But you still really want to do porn. You just I don't want erectile dysfunction, but I want to do porn. I want to do the PMO thing. You know, so it's the fear. That's the motivation. Then you've got the girls on the other hand, like I feel so isolated. I feel dirty. I feel like I'm the only girl that's going through this. You're not. This. Sadly, there's a lot of women going through this. A lot of girls struggling with PMO addiction in silence, in isolation. You know, it's like, I feel nasty. I feel dirty. I don't like doing this. But also, the arousal, the pleasure, the this, that. So you're wrestling in between not wanting all the negative consequences and the regret and the shame and all the painful feelings and that you get as a response, but also it's pleasurable and this and that. So we're not quitting from a place of I love myself. Pornography and masturbation are not helping my life, and so I know I'd be happier without it. No, we're quitting it from a place of fear, of apprehension, of I need to be strict on myself. I need to discipline myself. Bad me, like we're parenting ourselves and putting all these rules and restrictions. Okay, don't look at this. Okay, those are triggers. Okay, don't engage in that behavior. Don't talk to these people. Don't go on that website because otherwise we'll PMO. We will definitely PMO. It's a fear-based approach. We're still wishing that life would be different, you know? Like, if PMO didn't have all these negative consequences, if the PMO didn't cause me erectile dysfunction, I would still have my browser's subscription. I'd be on OnlyFans. I'd be putting on my VR headset. I'd be doing the whole thing. I'd be on there, on them webcomics with the hentai. I'd be there. I would still be there. Still wishing that life would be different. That, man, if only this PMO stuff was not against my religion. If it was not against my religion, I'd be doing it right now. Why am I even watching some video talking about porn addiction? I'd be doing it right now. That's what I'd be doing. You know, that's the thing. It's still this approach where we're not fully committed. You know, we're not fully committed. That we're trying to escape the negative consequences of PMO. It goes back to that phrase, that common saying, have your cake and eat it. If you eat the cake is no longer there for you to have. So it's like you want to do the PMO, but you don't want all the negativity attached to it. You don't all the consequences. And what that causes is when you're on the streak, when you're, okay, never again, no more PMO, I'm done, no more pornography, no more masturbation, I'm done with this, it's ruining my life, it's ruining my health, it's ruining my relationships, my faith, everything going on in my life, I don't want it anymore. Yeah? But you're there and you're feeling deprived. You feel like you're missing out on something. Like, yeah, I hear all those bad, negative stuff, but that one video, that one clip, you're telling me I'm never going to see that star again. I'm never going to see that actress. Well, I'm never going to go watch that video that I'm picturing right now. You're telling me I'm never going to see that again? Come on, man. Come on. So you're feeling deprived. You feel like you're missing out. You feel like other people out there are having a good experience, having a good time. Why aren't they having erectile dysfunction? Why are they enjoying themselves? Why can't I enjoy myself like that too? It's like the longer that you're there on your streak, right? The hunger for PMO is building over time. Okay, you've got to a week. You've got to 2 weeks now. Maybe a month, 2 months. The hunger is just building because, yeah, you're clean. You haven't done any PMO. You're not even peaking. But the thoughts in your head are like, oh, man, yeah. You get them days with them urges. And like, I could be going back and seeing that right now. I could be back and doing that right now. The longing for it is building. Like, one way for me to explain it, okay, is something that I will call the Ramadan effect. Like, as a Muslim, what is it? We just had, Muslims, millions upon millions of Muslims around the world at this time were just fasting for Ramadan. Now, one thing that people don't know, if you aren't a Muslim who's been fasting Ramadan and everything, is, yeah, you're fasting. During the day, you're not eating any food, and yet you'll find that your family members, your friends, all these other people who are fasting with you, like, by the end of Ramadan, people have gained weight. Like, well, how does that even make sense? You're going 14, 16, sometimes 18 hours a day without food, no water. You've got like this period of time during the night when you're allowed to eat. Why are people gaining weight? It's because during the day, people are there, they're scrolling on Instagram, looking at all this food. I'd like to eat that. Ooh, masala, ras malai, chicken, lamb, meat, all this stuff. People's mouths are watering and they're hungry. The second the adhan goes, the call to prayer and everything. It's Maghrib time. Okay, we can go eat. It's time to eat. And people just, they go crazy. They go crazy. You go to your friend's house, family's house and stuff, and people go like feast lined out like, it's iftar. It's iftar. We gotta eat now. That's what's going on. While people are on their streak, they're clean, they're free. You think essentially you're fasting from PMO, you're abstaining, you're not doing it. But the hunger for it is building, it's building, it's building. And eventually, someone peaks. You peak and you're like, well, streak's over. Now the beast can get released. It's an explosion. It's an explosion. Thing is, abstinence is the way out. You can be abstinent permanently. You can't say, no, I'm done with the PMO stuff. But at the same time, you can't be having all this thought activity where you're wishing you could be doing it. Because no accidentally binges. Binging is not an accident. Even there's no accident involved in any of this activity. The peak is intentional. When you're there, how do you peak? How does one peak? You're searching. You type in things into Google, into Bing. I don't know what search engine you're using, but you're typing something in there to find something. Maybe you're really trying to renounce all responsibility. You're not even doing that. You're just on Instagram or YouTube or TikTok browsing aimlessly. You're like, oh no, it wasn't me. It's just the platform. The Instagram is just filth nowadays. It's full of all these models and stuff. People wearing gym shorts and stuff. Why are they doing this, man? It's Instagram's fault. You know what you were doing. You knew exactly what you were looking for. You don't want to. Yeah, I'm not gonna search myself. I'm just there scrolling, and you're telling the algorithm what to give you. Like, oh, yep. Okay, yep, gym booty shorts, yep, okay. Yoga pose, yep, let's look at that. Ooh, Instagram girl on a yacht, yep. You know what you're doing. There's no action there. It's all intentional. And what is it? We are giving into that strong desire. The desire that we need to have for a successful mindset, for fully leaving the addiction behind, is that we are doing this because this is the absolute best thing for us, that we love how we feel as free and clean people, as people who are no longer addicts. We love how it feels. We feel happier, we feel better, we feel confident in ourselves. Our self-esteem has gone up, our health is getting better. We're more conscious in our relationships, in our faith, in our studies, in our workplace. Everything is going up. The best things for someone who was an addict is to no longer be addicted. Like, that's a feeling it's irreplaceable. You know how you feel when you finally got to a milestone or something, when you're finally in a good place with it. You know that feeling. That's why you're still here. That's why you're still on the journey, right? That is what we need to hold on to. We need to love that experience. We need to be happy. We need to say, that is the real me. That is what I'm fighting for, rather than trying to hold on to the past. Yeah, I'm on a streak, but I want to look back. I want to be there. It's the wrong mindset. It's the wrong mindset. It's incorrect. You're there, giving into that desire for the hedonism, the pleasure, and you're ignoring all the consequences. And you feel like you've been starved of pleasure, and that's what causes the binge. That's why you're there binging, going round after round after round, because you're not fully committed to the journey. You feel like, I'm on day 0. Anyway, I've earned this. This is my right. I'm on day 0. I'm going to start again in a few days, next week, 2 months from now, maybe 5 months from now. Maybe I'll take a year off. Do some mini streaks here and there to keep people off my back, to keep, so people can, do you know how strong? It's hard to be an addict. It's hard. I'm addicted. You don't understand. I'm going through this. I've got stress. I've got problems. No, we still want to watch porn and masturbate. That's the long and the short of it. That's why we're there. And we are rebelling against the idea of abstinence. We're rebelling against that. Even though no one's imposing it upon us. We're the ones that decided never again. We chose to quit. And when we did that, we knew it was the right decision. We could see all the darkness that the addiction is causing in our life. Right? But we're still doing it out of fear. When you replace that fear with love, with joy, with happiness, with faith, you believe this is the path. There is nothing good in an addiction. All the pleasure that we experience, it goes away, and you feel, yes, you get the dopamine high, you get the rush, you get the thrill, and then you get, boom, you get hit back down to earth like a comet. Man, that low is horrible. You know that low. You know that depression. You know that darkness. We wonder, like, what is life? You look at the browser window, you're like, why am I even watching this filth? This is disgusting. This is actually nasty. Is this really me? Am I really the one who's sitting here doing this? Is this what I was looking at 5 minutes ago before the orgasm? Really? You know that feeling. You know it's the right thing for you to be on your streak, for you to be free, for you to be clean, for you to be done. No more PMO. It's always the best decision. When we embrace that, the binging will end. The relapsing will end. The peaking will end. That is it. That's what we are. We got to replace the fear with love, with happiness, with joy, with passion for life. Because there's so life, the real life that we want to be living is on the other side of the addiction. Brothers and sisters, we can all do this. Peace.
Well, here I go. How I get there, I'll figure out on my own. But no matter what, I'll be putting on a show. So watch out and watch me grow.